traitor. Okay. Traitor to our country? Traitor to our friends? Is there a traitor to Touya? Back to being a young girl. Is this our memory with our mom? I stand among a bright carpet of red flowers, crying. My throat is dry, perhaps from having cried too much, or perhaps from having sobbed too much. Is there a difference? It's painful, unbearable. I want to stop crying, but my body won't move the way I want it to.
Please, spirits. Please give me back my mommy and daddy.
Upon hearing this, I realized that, oh, this is a dream. That's why my arms and legs are so short, and the hands rubbing the tears from my eyes are so small that they could break. Come to think of it, I was crying in the middle of a flower garden, right around the time my mother was taken. I'd heard that this was a cursed flower garden that I should never enter. Interesting, so it's cursed. Viewed as cursed. But I wanted to be as close to my mother as I could.
Mommy!
The young me cried out in a loud voice, thinking no one else could hear me.
Are you lost?
Huh?
I cried out because I thought no one could hear me. But the young me became panicked when I realized that someone had seen me in a place I was told not to go.
I'm sorry!
Oh, wait!
He takes my hand, and I become even more frightened. I couldn't even look up, scared that I'd be scolded.
Here, you dropped this.
Hearing an unexpectedly gentle voice, I raised my eyes in fear. The person holding my hand was a young boy I'd never seen before, not like the adults who always yelled at me. I'm just like, is this Auri? Or are you telling me that Touya and Naala met years ago? Because if they did, Touya's gonna be doomed for me. It's gonna be Watson all over again. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it cook.
This is yours, right?
Yeah.
He stuck out a hair accessory that was made by my mother. For the young me, it was a super important memory with my mother. I was very grateful to the boy who brought it back to me. If I'd lost something so important, I'd never be able to stand up again.
Thank you.
You're welcome, crybaby.
I'm not a crybaby.
But you were crying.
I'm not crying anymore.
That's true. Then what should I call you?
Naala.
Hey, that's a cute name.
You think so?
Yeah, like the flower spirit.
Saying that, the smiling boy was also beautiful like a spirit. No, he had to be a spirit. He showed up in answer to my prayers. I believed in those kinds of thoughts when I was young. Mr. Spirit. That's so cute.
Mr. Spirit, what's your name?
Huh? I'm a spirit?
Yeah, so Mr. Spirit then?
Hey, that works. Yeah, let's go with that.
The young boy, or rather, the spirit, laughed so much that he held his belly. What's so funny? The young me was so happy to be affirmed that I hugged the young boy with all my might.
Hey, Mr. Spirit, could you tell me how I could get my mommy back?
Your mother was taken away?
Yeah.
I see. I'm sorry.
Mr. Spirit, why are you apologizing?
Because I can't grant your wish.
Then when can you?
I would like to grant it someday.
Really? Thank you, Mr. Spirit.
Upon thanking him, the young boy laughed a little sadly. With his exceptionally beautiful expression, I completely forgot that I was upset.
Hey, Mr. Spirit. Mr. Spirit, what should I call you?
What do you think?
I gave it serious thought while looking at the boy. After thinking about it for a while, I shouted out the name that came to mind. Dictionary? Bayal? I don't know how to say this. Bayal? We'll see. Config is not what I wanted to do. Dictionary, that's the one. The name of a red flower spirit. The heroine gave this name to a boy she met in the flower field of nameless flowers when she was a little girl. Red flower spirit, eh? Yes, interesting. Quite. I swear these two met when they were kids. What was he even doing there? He does come across as kind of rambunctious, so maybe he, liked to explore. Man, that would have been dangerous, though.
Bayal!
Bayal?
Yes, the red flower spirit. You're this flower spirit, so your name is Bayal.
Saying it proudly, I'm convinced. All by myself. The young boy I'd named Bayal once again broke out into laughter.
I see. Then from today, I'm Bayal.
Nice to meet you, Bayal. You'll be my spirit from today.
I said it with a youthful sense of possession. Bayal squinted at me funny and petted my head.
Then you will be mine.
Really?
It's bad balance otherwise.
I see. It would be bad balance.
Right. So, nice to meet you, my little spirit.
Yeah! Right, I do have one more request.
What is it?
You know, about the rot.
About the rot? Oh, Lord, I'm not prepared for where this is going. Sheesh. How much was dream? How much was memory? Bayal? It's morning. It's been several days since I came to the castle. I woke up from a strange dream and slowly adjusted my thoughts. It must be because I slept with my mother's stone sitting next to my pillow. The scene in my dream was from a long time ago. Okay, so she is like, it's a memory. It was something I'd forgotten until I saw it, so I was surprised that I remembered it so vividly. Speaking of, I wonder where that little boy lived. I was so convinced that he was a flower garden spirit that I never once asked. Thinking back on it now, it's a pretty humorous idea. No wonder the boy found it so hilarious. He really doted on me. The young boy, Bayal, he was kind and beautiful. I loved him, and I think I often asked him to take me as his bride. Stop! No, you didn't. Shut up. No wonder Auri stood no chance. Sheesh. How heartless I am to forget, even though I asked him to marry me. Is that why Touya has been like, I don't want to marry anybody all this time? Because he remembered this girl. Oh, no. We're not going down this. No, we're not going down this road. No. I'm going to stop theorizing. None of this is true. This is all in my brain. Oh, I'm making up things. Having a little girl ask to marry him must have bothered Bayal. But I think he laughed it off. It must have bothered him every time I asked him to marry me, but he'd laugh happily and lovingly pat my head. I arbitrarily took this as an approval of our marriage and would frequently visit the flower garden to meet my future husband. But even now, I can't seem to remember his face. Gosh, diddly darn it. But thanks to this, I was able to overcome the pain of losing my mother. But then why? Why did we stop meeting up? I can't quite remember the reason.
Are you awake?
Oh, good morning, Uru. You can come in.
Good morning.
I sat up to welcome Uru as he approached. Looking at the wall, the sunlight shining through the window was deepening in its angle. I must have been goofing off for longer than I thought. I was indulging in my memories of Bayal.
Will you be changing clothes?
Yes, I will. The best way to shake off feeling sleepy is to move your body. Well, you might want to tell my body that.
Then here is your change of clothes. Also, I have a letter for you.
A letter?
Yes, from a Miss Salanna.
Hey! I opened it up as soon as he handed it to me. Opening it up, there was only one thing written on the white paper. It says, I want to see you. I wonder if she's feeling lonely.
Will you be heading out?
Yes. I'm concerned about Salanna. And Shalu as well. Shalu had been avoiding me since then, and I haven't really seen her, even when I go to the residence. Is it because things are awkward, or... ... She might be angry at the decision I made then. Shalu didn't want me taking her place, so she might be angry at me for having made the decision for her. Anyway, we have to meet up and talk. Ah. Also, I won't be leaving the first district, so there's probably nothing to worry about, but if it gets too late and I haven't come back, could you please let Touya know?
Understood.
Putting my arms through my change of clothes, I reread Salanna's letter, resting on top of the bed. This doesn't feel like she just wants to catch up. Though short, I could feel some kind of thoughts hidden in the message which worried me. I finished getting dressed and quickly left the room. Is this the message about like, hey, something weird? But Salanna, it is so good to see you again. It has been ages.
Naala!
Good morning, Salanna. Shalu was not in the room, as it seems that Salanna was here alone. Disappointed that I missed her again, my face clouds briefly, but I readjust myself and put on a bright smile. I came to hear what Salanna has to say. I'm happy to see you doing well. As I spoke, I sat down on the bed that Salanna was sitting on.
Yes, lately I'm feeling almost as good as I did back when we were in Roos. But more than that, I'm sorry if I worried you.
Of course I'd be worried about my best friend. So, what's up?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. You and, if possible, Shalu too.
It seemed like it must be a pretty difficult conversation, and Salanna's eyelashes trembled. Is it something that's difficult to say?
Yes, but I want you to hear it, and that's why I wrote a letter to you as well. I went through all that effort, but I am scared after all.
I felt like I'd just make things harder for her if I spoke, so I stayed silent and kept watching. After a few minutes, Salanna raised her face with a determined expression. Yes?
I've fallen in love.
Fallen in love. There was no hesitation in Salanna's voice. But despite her conviction, she must have been terrified of how I'd respond. She looked away and squeezed her hands resting on her lap.
But having these feelings is a betrayal of Roos, isn't it?
Salanna.
I tried rethinking things many times over, but it was of no use. Just thinking about him makes me happy. And I ended up falling in love with him. I'm sorry.
Salanna's the type of person who keeps a lot of things to herself, so when she says she thought about it many times over, she really must have thought about it a whole lot. She must have thought it over while feeling guilty. This must have been terrifying for her to realize. She must have scolded and doubted herself, yet despite that these feelings she developed persevered. That's better. This is the first time I'd ever heard such strong feelings spoken by Salanna. Don't apologize, Salanna.
I I'm sorry.
I put my hand on Salanna's shoulder as she choked up. You don't have to be sorry. I'm falling in love too. It's okay. That's not something you have to apologize for. Salanna just fell in love. No one has the right to blame her for that. Hey, Salanna? I spoke slowly as to not make her worry. I'd like to get to know the man you're in love with. What do you like about him? How did you end up falling in love? I'd like to know. I wanted to know what kind of person the man is who managed to attract Salanna's feelings.
You're not angry?
No one has the right to criticize a person's feelings of love. It doesn't matter who the man you love is. My feelings are a bit complicated on this, but I want to celebrate your feelings. That's a good friend right there. If you say that thinking about him makes you happy, then it's my role as your best friend to support that. Even if that means betraying our home country, I want to protect my friend's happiness. I wonder if I could get to meet him. I decided that I'm going to support her, but I won't be able to relax until I actually see this guy. I would love to see this guy. We only ever heard about him in other routes. It might be meddling, but I can't have my best friend's husband be someone who is violent or extremely poor. You're looking out for her.
He should be coming before the evening to make a delivery.
Salanna paused for a moment, then spoke in a determined tone.
You'll meet with him.
Yes, of course I will. I nodded, but I felt myself getting nervous. Okay. Just wait here.
Yes, it's not like we've decided on a specific meeting time, but after having met several times, it's kind of a given.
We're actually gonna meet? This is awesome. Her shy smile is cute. I could tell she was happily in love just by her expression. I returned her smile, but looked at her with complicated feelings. I was a bit envious of Salanna, being in love and all, but also felt sad as if I was losing my best friend.
We first met when I had a chance to talk to him after his delivery, and then we started speaking frequently.
I see. Salanna described him as a textile craftsman. Ah, it is the same guy. Wonderful. How did you first end up talking to him?
That was...
She told me that it was the wonderfulness of the woven cloth. She became interested in the person who wove it and gradually became attracted to him.
I told him that the cloth pattern was really beautiful, and he bashfully admitted that he was the one who wove it. I felt mysteriously moved when he said thanks. I felt that he really had a lot of pride in his work.
You've always liked craftsmen.
It's not like I like any craftsman. I like people who take pride in their work.
I know. That ball. This button. We got another word, eh? What was the one we got? Bayal. Now we got ball. A quiet young man who lives next to Ruzi. He, Ruzi, and Elsa are childhood friends. He is good with textiles. So you're connected to Ruzi. How intriguing. Okay.
The cloth that Bal makes really is intricate and wonderful. I believe his works are going to be the best on this continent. Huh?
It sounds like you're bragging about him.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've never seen you like this, so it's fun. You're so cute I could just hug you right now.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm serious. I'm a little jealous of this guy. Oh, is it okay for me to be here? Should I hide?
It's fine. I want him to meet you too. I want to brag about you too.
Me?
That I have such an amazing best friend.
Thanks, Salanna. Upon hearing footsteps, Salanna's face turned bright red. I looked to where she was looking. A young man stopped before me, carrying a bag that probably had textiles in it. Oh, we finally get to meet the mysterious Ball. Look at this guy. He's a cutie. I approve. I approve.
Hello.
He was a bit clumsy, but polite. Ah, hello.
Ball!
The look in Ball's eyes softened as he turned towards Salanna. I don't think this was intentional, but he seemed more bright and happy than when he greeted me. Wearing his emotions on his sleeve like this might mean that he's kind of a clumsy guy. I could tell he was in love at a single glance.
A friend?
Yes, I brought her here because I wanted her to meet you.
Me?
Yes.
Ball peeked at me, seemingly a little confused. It would be a little confusing to be introduced to a friend for no reason. Salanna waited for Ball's response to calm down a bit, and perhaps after calming herself, she opened her tightly wound lips.
I wanted to introduce my friend to the person I love.
His face like, oh. Salanna's red face was certainly not due to the setting sun. On the other hand, Ball stood there like a statue with his eyes opened wide. It seemed like he'd fall over with a simple push. Huh? Is this the first time she said the word love? For a first-time meeting, I seem to find myself in the middle of an unexpected confession. Amazing. Being stuck between a rock and a hard place, I have no idea what to do. I don't want to get in the way, and it's weird for the three of us to be frozen in place here. After what felt like an eternity of an awkward silence, Ball finally blinked. I didn't even blink. But then he stopped as if he were suddenly realizing something. I feel like I'm gonna be forgotten over here, but I'm okay with it! Witnessing another confession. This is such a rarity in these games. I love it.
Person you love. You mean me?
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard of it.
This is the first time I've said it.
Yeah. First time.
Ball's face is almost expressionless as he hasn't recovered from the shock. He must really have been surprised. But judging from the tone of his voice, he wasn't bothered by it. On the contrary, he seemed to be overjoyed.
I'd really like to hug you right now.
Shall I close my eyes?
Oh. You're a nice person.
Yeah!
Yay! Oh, I just know Shalu's behind a pillar somewhere seething in the shadows, but right now, this is so wholesome.
But, Ball...
I'm sorry. I'm just so happy I can't contain myself. I was more than happy when he praised my textiles. No, just hearing your voice. I thought that I should be happy with that, but then sometimes... I felt like I wanted to hold you in my arms. I didn't know what to do.
You didn't know what to do.
I love you so much. I don't know what I should do.
Ball...
I love you, Salanna. And... thank you.
A sweet and sincere voice that seemed to be full of a deep love. It was so pure that it almost verged on being suspicious. I guess I didn't have anything to worry about. No matter what kind of man Ball is, as the two hugged, happiness flowed from their entire bodies. The mood even enveloped me, as for the first time I felt myself supporting them without hesitation. Just as I was about to give Salanna my heartfelt blessing... There she is. Boo! Go away! You ruin happiness for everyone. Oh, Shalu. Why do you gotta be this way? Traitor! Huh? A scream cut through us in our happy mood. Turning around, I saw Shalu, breathing heavily, her face twisted in anger. She must have been watching us from somewhere. Called it. A little behind me, a single woman who I'd thought had been on good terms with Shalu was trembling. Unlike the enraged Shalu, she was sad and couldn't even speak. Shalu? Traitor! That's a Nasla man!
Stop it, Shalu.
I will not stop! That's a man from the country that kidnapped us! So how can you possibly say you love him, Salanna?
Shalu.
Don't you want to go home? Are you choosing him over us? He's deceiving you! He's one of those devils who is keeping us in captivity! We promised that we'd go home together. How could you? How could you? How could you? Do you only care about your own happiness?
No, that's not...
That's not what, Salanna? Taking that man's hand means you're abandoning those of us who want to go home.
No.
I am never, 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 ever giving up on going home. I don't imagine she could keep these emotions bottled up any longer. Shalu glared at everything on the spot as if she could send us flying away with her eyes. And I will never, never, ever acknowledge a Nasla man. She repeated her words in a dark, heavy, gloomy tone as if it were a curse. It was like a declaration of war, a flame that would burn itself out. I was about to do it with a heavy sigh, and then it just sort of timed with Naala also being like, oh yay, you know what? I miss Salanna. I did not miss Shalu the last few routes. I'm gonna be honest. It's just gonna be a pain in my patushki going forward. I returned to my room and threw myself on my bed. Oh, hello, Uru. What is with the face? Her Majesty, I'm afraid that isn't very ladylike. Well, close your eyes, Uru. I'm not a lady. My apologies. Upon apologizing, he briefly said, "It's okay." It seems like he's not the type of person to be happy, even if the other person does as he says. His cute lips twist as if he's worried about something. Something seems to be bothering him. Observing him, Uru seems to have just finished preparing the bath, as he put his hand on his chin, tilted his head slightly, and finally came back. If you're tired, shall I bring you something to drink? With his reserved way of asking, I get it. Uru must have figured that the reason why I came back to the room and unceremoniously threw myself on the bed was that I must be extremely tired. You're a good kid, but I'm okay. Is there something bothering you? Well, yeah, a little. Is it about Miss Salanna? Do you know about that? No. I just know that you went to go meet her today, so perhaps she had a difficult thing she wanted to discuss with you. Seeing Uru's worried face, my mouth begins to open. Anyone else, and I might have kept quiet and gone to bed. But seeing the honest and straightforward Uru makes me want to try talking about it with him. My friend Salanna, she told me she's fallen in love with someone. Fallen in love with someone? What do you think? Huh? His big eyes widened, as if in shock from having a bucket of water dumped over his head. This is what makes him so childlike. My eyes blinked in anticipation as I waited in silence for his response. Well... I think that's something to celebrate. Right. Celebrate. Yeah, definitely. If this were Roos, everyone would celebrate their friend's love without hesitation. But if even I had complicated feelings about it, Shalu definitely wouldn't be able to accept it. I wish I could just exhale all the cloudy feelings in my chest out in one puff. Unfortunately, those feelings aren't going anywhere. I could see Shalu's face, gripped with rage when I closed my eyelids.
Is there a problem with the person she fell in love with?
Well, that's not exactly it. Upon saying that, I smiled wryly from the corners of my mouth. For Shalu, there's definitely a problem. The one problem of him being a Nasla man. For me... what do I think? I'm married to Touya, the king of the country that abducted me and my friends, and I don't think of him in the same way that I originally did. Shalu would probably consider me to be a traitor as well. When she was rebuking Salanna, I also felt it in my chest as well. It can't be helped that we're getting along better for the sake of the contract, but it's vaguely cunning, and I feel like I might have been had. I exhale deeply and roll around on the bed.
Her Majesty.
He pursed his lips, with a face that seemed to convey that he was stuck in thought. I sat up and Uru gradually spoke.
Her Majesty, do you still hate Nasla men? I hope that Her Majesty will come to like Nasla. Apologies for my selfish wish.
I like you, Uru. Well, we'll hold on to that one for a little later, shall we? I'm surprised I didn't get an up with Touya for that. Interesting. I think Touya and I are building a good relationship, but I might not be able to fulfill your wishes completely.
That is more than enough. Thank you. I will do my best so that you will come to like Nasla more. So, if there is anything I can do, please do not hesitate to say so.
Anything?
I am on Her Majesty's side.
When he said this, he was a little bit less formal than usual. There we go. I thought maybe that was on purpose, but then looking at his earnest face, I think he didn't realize. That's how serious he is about this. Thanks. I realized once more that whether it be an enemy country or your own country, ultimately it's people who end up facing each other. It's strange for two people, two equal living beings, who are exchanging words like this to start killing each other. The thanks I gave to my little servant who helped me to realize this was gratitude in every sense of the word.